Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. I found it. It is the unicorn up here in Canada, but I found it. What is it? It is that Dollar Tree Cross Wreath frame. Now, last year I had a lot of trouble in finding them. I found 3 of them, thankfully. This year, how many did I find? Yeah, 1. Now, I don't know whether it's maybe just here in Canada or maybe my American friends can let me know as well. Are you having trouble south of the border finding these specialty frames at the Dollar Tree now? I mean, even some of the 14-inch wire frames I'm having trouble finding. But regardless, I am happy today because I found that one cross frame and we're going to use that along with some poly deco mesh. And the method we're using today is the flat top petal wreath method. Now, why don't I just get started and I'll show you what I made. Here is the star of our show today, that cross wire wreath frame from the Dollar Tree. I'm using 10-inch by 10-yard poly deco mesh in this teal and white striped. Some 1.5-inch wired ribbon. This is all from my stash that I had. Pipe cleaners, they're 12 inches long, and 6-inch cable ties, along with a ruler, scissors. I'm going to use a rotary cutter today as well. And this is my material shopping list for this cross wreath today. I am going to start out with my cutting mat and a rotary cutter to cut all of my deco mesh. Now, if you don't have that and you prefer a ruler and a pair of scissors, those work perfectly fine as well. So does a burning tool. Today, our magic number is going to be 10. So we are cutting our deco mesh at that 10-inch mark. I'm just going to roll out my deco mesh. I'm going to use my little rocks here. You can use scissors or another little weight holder if you want. And then I'm just going to roll it out and cut my deco mesh at that 10-inch mark. So I'm using 10-inch by 10-yard poly deco mesh. It's white and a baby blue striped color. This comes from Unique in the Creek. I'm cutting 18 pieces at 10 inches. So you're going to need roughly about 5 yards of deco mesh. So I'm going to continue on cutting like I have been previously until I get all of my 18 pieces cut. Now that I have them all cut, we have our little 10 by 10 square, a cable tie, and a pipe cleaner that I just cut in half. We're going to create our little flat top petal bundle. Our manufactured edges are at the top and the bottom, and the cut edges are on the left and right. We're going to turn it just slightly so it becomes this diamond shape. And then I'm going to take that top point and I'm going to bring it down with an imaginary line going from my left point to my right point, just a little past the center. And then I'm going to do the same thing for my bottom point. I'm just going to bring that up, meeting them in the middle. And you can kind of see here, I'm just measuring it out, and it's going to be 5 inches in width. So I just need to take that bottom one up just a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay my hand down on the right-hand side, bring that left point over to the right point. We're just going to match that up. I'm going to slide my hand out of there carefully. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my deco mesh over to make sure it's still about that 5-inch mark. And then I'm going to draw another imaginary line right in the center, pinch it. And then the top portion, I'm just going to bring down to my fingers and then do the same thing for the bottom portion. Then I'm going to grab that cable tie and then I'm just going to wrap it around maybe about 3 inches from that edge point, and I'm going to pull it tight. I'm not going to tighten it just yet. I'm going to adjust to make sure I put it where I want it. Then I'm going to tighten it fully, cut that excess off, and you can kind of see here we've made that flat top petal shape. And of course, to finish it off and to attach it to our wreath, we're going to add a pipe cleaner right on the inside of the cable tie we just attached. So I'm going to just wrap it around the back, twist it in place to create that little V shape at the back. I'm going to fold it down so I don't accidentally cut it. We don't want that. And then I'm just going to cut the excess deco mesh off just to kind of have everything nice and neat. And that is our first little flat top petal bundle all complete. So again, we're taking one piece of deco mesh, one piece of 6-inch cable tie, a pipe cleaner cut in half, create a little diamond shape with your deco mesh. That top point point, bring it just a little bit past the center point. Same with the bottom point, bring that up past the center. We're going to make sure it's about 5 inches in width. Bring the left point over to the right point, overlapping it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pinch right in the middle. Grab the top, pinch it together, grab the bottom, pinch it together, and then we're going to add our cable tie about 3 inches from that right-hand corner point. And I'm just going to close that off. I'm going to pull it nice and tight once I get it where I want it. Cut that excess cable tie off. Then I'm going to grab that pipe cleaner, and this is just a 12-inch pipe cleaner cut in half. Wrap it on the inside of that cable tie towards the back, creating that V shape, and then we're going to cut the excess off, and we've just created our second flat top petal wreath. So I'm going to continue doing the same process over and over again, making those flat top petals, and like I said, I'm going to do 18 of these in total, and that's the amount that I'm going to use for our frame. So I have all my 18 bundles already done, and here's our frame. I'm going to use the 2 inside wires at the tops and at the side as well. So the top, sides, and bottom, those 2 inside wires, and you know that V we just created with our stems? We're going to attach that around the 2 inside wires. So pretend my fingers are the wires. Now, what I'm going to start off with is having the good side facing down. And what I mean by that, there's a little curve. We want that facing down. And I'm going to attach the wires, I'm going to attach the bundles onto the 2 inside wires with the frame facing down and our bundles facing down. So I'm going to wrap those 2 cable ties, pipe cleaners, right around the 2 inside wires, give it a couple of really good twists. And then once I kind of have it where I want it to be, I'm going to put it about 2 fingers from the edge. Now my fingers are large, so maybe 3 fingers for you. It's totally up to you how you want to do that. But mine is 2 fingers right from the edge, just so I can measure the other points as well, because I want it all nice and even. Then I'm going to grab my second piece and do the exact same thing. We're going to place those pipe cleaners just on the outside of those 2 inside wires, twist it around. I'm going to cut the excess off, and then I'm just going to push down the little stubs left over from our pipe cleaners, and then I'm going to do about 3 finger lengths from the edge of my previous petal that I placed on there. And then I'm just going to continue doing the exact same method of procedure all the way up until the center where everything intersects right there in the middle. So for me, once I got the center one in there, there's a little square of the frame you can see. I put my last petal right there, and then I have a total of 8 petals going right up the center. And what I like to do, this is totally optional, not mandatory, is I like to add a little bit of hot glue right on each side and in the middle of my pipe cleaners, just to make sure everything's going to stay in place. And now I'm going to do the exact same method of procedure that we did right at the bottom for both of my cross arms. What are they called? I'm sorry. I couldn't figure out a name for them. Cross arms is what we'll call them. So we're going to do 3 on the left cross arm and then 3 on the right cross arm. I'm going to glue all of that in place once it's all there. And once that portion is dry, then I'm going to do 3 at the top portion of our cross. So there's 8 coming down the longer length of the cross. There's 3 on the left arm, 3 on the right arm, and 3 on the center. And here it is all done. And of course, we're going to throw something right in the middle so we don't need any deco mesh there. And you have a couple of choices here. I'm showing you one. You can always put florals right in the center. It's nice and easy. This is a huge blue hydrangea with some greenery on there. Looks really beautiful like that. But of course, you know me and my love of bows. Today we are going to make a bow out of some ribbon that I had in my stash. This is 1.5-inch wired ribbon. So I'm taking those and I'm cutting them at the 20-inch mark. So I have this glittery one, I have a burlap pale blue color, and I have this striped color as well that I'm all cutting at 20 inches. So they are all 1.5-inch wired ribbon. I have 3 different colors and patterns. I'm cutting all of my ribbon at 20 inches and 3 pieces for each. So you're going to need about 5 yards of ribbon for this particular bow that I'm making. Then once it's all cut, I'm going to fold it in half, cut on an angle, and that creates that beautiful little dovetail that we have here. It's my favorite way to finish off ribbons. If you want to save time, you can double up. Just make sure that each end is on top of each other, nice and even, fold it over, and those ends should line up as well as you cut and do your dovetails. Once that is all done, we can create our beautiful bow. Now what I'm going to do is take the first piece, make sure it's good side facing down, fold it over, lining up. I'm going to move it over to my ruler and come over 4 inches from our loop end, gather it together, and then we have the loop at the top, 2 tails at the bottom, and you can see one of the tails is good side facing down. So I'll just twist right in the center, and now my 2 tails and my loop all have the ribbon good side facing up. I'm going to bring over my Easy Bow Maker just to hold everything in place, and then I'm just going to slide the middle right down in between those 2 stems. Then we're going to take our second ribbon, fold it over again in half, lining up the dovetails, coming over 4 inches, gathering it together, holding it in my hand, and then I just make sure that all of my ribbon is good side facing up. When I place it into the Easy Bow Maker this time, what we're going to do is we're going to flip around. So our bow is going to be flipped. So the ribbon on the first one, the loop is on the left, and now the loop is on the right hand side. So on the left hand side we have the loop, then we're going to alternate to the right hand side, alternate to the left hand side with each ribbon we're placing. So you can kind of see here I'm alternating which side our loop is going to go on for our little bow. Now here is where I learned that I made a mistake making a bow. Yes, I did. I forgot to put my pipe cleaner stem right at the beginning of doing this. So I took my 3 pieces of ribbon off, put my pipe cleaner right in there. So there you go. Yes, Dave does make mistakes. I am not perfect. I never claimed to be. But don't forget that pipe cleaner stem. I always seem to do that. So I'm just going to continue on adding my ribbon in there, making sure my loops are alternating. Once that's all done and I have all 9 pieces in there, I'm just going to take all of my ribbon out of my bow maker, and then I'm just going to tighten it right in the center, twist it a couple of times, and I always like to do a double twist. So I flip it over and twist it again, making sure that that bow isn't going to go anywhere. Cut the excess off, and then we're going to take a full-length pipe cleaner again and wrap it right around the center. This is how we're going to attach this bow to our wreath. And of course, what time is it? It is fluffin' time. I don't know why this always makes me laugh when I see those words come up on my screen. And all I'm doing is I am opening up our loops and I'm fanning out our tails. I love doing this. It's very, I don't know, relaxing for me. Here's our finished bow all ready for our frame. And to put it on my frame, I'm going to use those 2 pipe cleaner stems that we did on our last step of making our bow. Feed them right through the back, twist them a couple of times, making sure it's nice and secure. Cut off the excess because we don't want that excess there. And then I'm just going to spend some time, short amount of time, fluffing it up because we're going to add a hanger on the back side as well. I'm just using another 12-inch pipe cleaner, feeding it through the back end, twisting it closed so it creates a little loop, just twisting it on itself. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist it really close to the wire as well. And I'm going to add some hot glue so that doesn't move around. Of course, you can see all my glue in the back. If you want to cover this with felt or anything else, you can cover the back. I don't normally cover the back of my wreaths unless I'm giving them away, but here is the final result of our beautiful, kind of monochromatic, if you will, kind of blue and white deco mesh cross wreath using that flat top petal method. I am loving how this turned out, especially against my white door. I just think it just screams that monochromatic color. Loving it, and I hope you loved it today as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new project. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.